Welcome back to this already the final segment of The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. My good friend JD Joyce, he's on pretty often and always has exciting things happening for him and his business. And JD is one of the, in my opinion, one of the finest financial people out there. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he has great interest and compassion in the people that he does business with. And he's unusually interested in his clients. And I think it's so healthy in a culture where people seem very disinterested in the people they do business with. JD, tell us real quickly, first of all, about the story of Rich, but then kind of give us your elevator speech for your new firm.
Sure, Kevin. Well, thank you for the opportunity. I am so excited. I guess the only news I have to report to you on the story of Rich is that since we last spoke, I learned that the book is being translated into Chinese. And so I'm excited to tell you that we're going to have some copies in Chinese sooner or later. I think they're coming out this fall. So that's about the only update right now on the story of Rich.
Well, let's talk about your big announcement that's been catching a lot of buzz, and not only here on this show, but in among business news in general. Talk about that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm thrilled to do so. You know, as you know, I have had an entrepreneurial spirit since I was a young man. In fact, I opened my first business when I was in high school. And after going through college and graduate school, I knew that I wanted to get in the investment business. I just didn't know how to do it as a self-employed individual. And so I went to work for a major Wall Street firm. And before I knew it, 20 years had passed, and or it's approaching 20 years. It's almost 20 years. So for 2 decades, I was at one firm. And as of 3 weeks ago, my team and I left that firm where we had all kind of grown up, so to speak, and we started my own company, which is called JD Joyce Investment Management Group, LLC. I know it's a mouthful, but we started our own business about 3 weeks ago, and it's been very exciting, Kevin. A number of our clients have been so receptive, and I think it goes back to exactly what you just said, is that fortunately we've had those long-term relationships that we've cultivated over, the last 2 decades. And some are even longer than that, because my long-term business partner, who retired a number of years ago, he had worked with some of those same folks for 30 years before then. So there are some folks we've actually worked with for over 40 years, between him and myself. And it's just exciting to be able to continue working with them under our new format.
Yeah, that sounds exciting, and congratulations. And again, that's JD Joyce Investment Management Group, LLC. Do you have a website yet for that, or is that in development?
We do, actually. It's jdjoyceimg.com. Not OMG, but img.com, and we'd love for your listeners to take a look at it.
jdjoyceimg.com. Make sure you check that out. Where are you going to be corporately? Where's your offices going to be at?
Well, we're open for business already. We're at 1811 Bering, and that's near the corner of San Felipe and Bering, and so we're about about 100 yards or so off of San Felipe on the south side of Bering, the southeast side of Bering. 4-story building, easy access, second floor. So it's been really exciting. And, one of the fringe benefits, Kevin, that has come with this is that I believe it's already making me a better financial advisor. And the reason I say that, and I know this will resonate with your listeners, because I believe you have a lot of self-employed, business folks who are loyal followers of yours. And, I've always been able to empathize with my clients, and many of whom I consider friends become friends over the years. But, so I've always put myself in their shoes, but now I really get it. When they're talking about things from benefits, from payroll, from you name it, I get it what they mean by that. And sorry for a little interruption there. I have some maintenance people walking in right now. They're literally working on the. If you wonder what happened so anyway, but so I think it's helping me become better at what I'm doing, because I understand their needs better.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you are becoming more entrepreneurial. Most of your clients are entrepreneurial. And so it gives you a level of empathy. Not that you weren't entrepreneurial before, but let's face it, it was different. You were a part of a larger firm. You were kind of almost an employee. I'm not sure the exact arrangement, but it had a lot of employee feel to it. Now that's all changed. You're a business owner just like your clientele.
You're exactly right. And I was an employee before, and that's one of the unique advantages here is that now we're no longer employees. We're an employee of my little entity. But at the same time, Kevin, I'll tell you that my clients, I believe that they needed the comfort of knowing that we are affiliated with a larger organization. And so what we've done is we have affiliated with Wells Fargo. And so contractually, all of our investments, all of our investment vehicles, compliance, regulation, regulatory issues are all handled through Wells. And so, in a time of, Stanford and Madoff, we needed to have, someone with that level of, backing. And so now I think we have the best of both worlds because we have that autonomy as a self-employed, business person and business entity, but with the backing and strength of Wells Fargo. So it's a nice combination.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I want people to check it out. JD Joyce, IMG. That's for Investment Management Group. JD Joyce, IMG.com. Great website. Nice, very clean, professional. Gives you a good, thorough overview of your practice and you. And I'm checking out your offices, your digs there, thanks to Street View over there at 1811 Bering Drive. Man, what a great location.
Oh, it's been wonderful. That's one of the funny things. You never know some of the fringe benefits. I've been in a high-rise building my entire career, or virtually all my career, say 19 of the 20 years. And so now that here we are on the second floor and people can park right out front, I've had clients come in, and it's funny because it's changed like what they wear, for instance. Some of them are coming in shorts and very casual, and they're saying, and I didn't realize this before, but they said, well, in the past we always felt like we had to kind of dress up to come see you. And now you're just kind of here in the neighborhood. And so it is really, it's really resonated with our clients.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I always appreciate your interest, Kevin. It's fun to keep you posted on what we're doing, and this is obviously a very exciting time for all three of us here, for Katie Letsis, Del Thomason, and myself, and we're just having a great time, working harder than ever, but we have the best job fulfillment we've ever had.
There you go. All right, JD Joyce, JDJoyceIMG.com. Make sure you check him out. When we have him on again, he'll talk more about his practice, I'm sure, but also about his book. We like to keep you abreast on that. Also do want to remind you that we have brand new postings, videos for the Price Point edition. You're going to want to check those out at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you spend it sensibly right here on this station.